So I'm just going to show you how to do the Cricut cutting. I'm just holding the camera, my phone with one hand, and I'm going to use the mouse with the other hand, so we'll see how this goes. So you go into Cricut Design Space and go onto your canvas. Then you go down here to the upload file, upload an image, and you can upload an image in PNG, JPEG, GIF, SVG, DXF, HELC, or BMP. So I use PNG from Photoshop Elements, but your needs may be different. So I just put on the desktop my file, my PNG file, and this is all of the paperclip images that I have. And I always pick complex because that makes sure that I have all the colors printed correctly. And then what I do is I just, it brings the image in, you just check it and apply and continue. And I'm working on a very slow computer here right now. So what I did is I selected this one with the colored images to upload. And I'm just going to actually cancel out of that. Well, can I do that? Because I've already uploaded that image, and it does take quite a long time on this old laptop. So I'll just go back to my canvas here. So once the image is uploaded, you can go into your, well, you can just go into upload actually. And your recent uploads should be here. So you select the one that you just uploaded and put add to canvas. And it will bring the image in. And then it usually comes in. One thing that Cricut needs is an image that is 6.75 wide by 9 1/4 or less. So if either one of those is too large, it won't print it. So I first try the width and I put 6.75 there. And hit enter. And my height is still too big, 9.348, so I changed my height instead to 9.25. I don't know, I make it this size in Photoshop Elements and I'm not sure why it changes it, but okay, so now it is smaller than 6.75 and exactly 9.25 for height. And then you would just click on Make It. And then it goes on to your image here, and you would just click Continue. And then the first thing you do, I don't have my printer attached up here, so but the first thing you would do is send to your printer and print it, and it prints with a big black line around it. And you would take it off your printer, put it onto your Cricut mat, load it onto your Cricut, and then either if you do it all in one place, I'll have to do it in two places because my printer is not where my Cricut is, but and then I say I've already printed. Or if you're doing it both from the same place, you just say send to printer and then just continue on from there. Okay, so then when it connects to your Cricut, it asks you, well, you set your material. Here I have just paper, and you load your mat, and you basically just click, it will say continue here, I think, and click continue, and it will just cut out your images for you. Okay, so here's my page of images that have been printed and cut out. And then I went back into my canvas and I selected the image and I changed the cut from print then cut to basic cut. And then I loaded just a plain white piece of paper and I cut the shapes out again for the backs. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces cut out of our Cricut, we can start assembling. So I have just kind of put together the fronts and the backs. The backs are just white, as you saw on the sheet. This one was one image, so it printed out 2 backs like this, and this is different on the front and the back. It's all the 10 commandments. So I'm just going to put these back to back, and I'll just throw away those other 2 pieces. So I just did them out of copy paper, so they're curling a little bit now because of being cut out, but once I get them all glued in and everything, you won't even notice that. So I generally like to use the 2-inch paper clip, but sometimes I also use a smaller one. All right, so we'll just pick up a random image. I'll just maybe do this one first, and I'll have the commandments 1 to 5 on the front and 6 to 10 on the back. This one is probably not, you know what, I think actually I will use these blank images, because if I do it this way, then I'm going to cover up a lot of the words with the paper clip. So I'm just going to use this one. And I think these images are identical, but I'm just going to make sure that this one is going to fit well. So it does. So I'm just going to put some glue here all around the image. And the glue gives it quite a bit of support, which is why I just started with copy paper. If you start with cardstock, it can get pretty thick and stiff by the time you're done with all the glue. So that's what it looks like, and that glue just holds that paper clip on nicely. And you could be done at that point. I usually ink it on the edges. And then I'll ink on the back as well, because you will see the back on the opposite page. And I have this phobia about white or something. It's not a phobia, but I just don't like to see white that much. So I just add a little bit of ink on the back like that, and that one is done. So if I wanted to put that into a journal, I would just grab a journal like this and clip it on, just like that. Super simple. Okay, so now I'm going to show you another little way of doing something. This one I could do this way, but I also could do it sideways. And if I put the paper clip on this way, then that will go on the right hand side of the journal. So that will go on the page this way. If I put the paper clip on the other way, then that will clip on the page this way, if that makes sense. So you have to decide which way you want it. Doesn't really matter. You can always, do one on one side and one on the other side. So again, for this one, I'll just put the paper clip on like that. The big side is on the back. I'll add some glue, and this is just my regular tacky glue. I have it in a little Elmer's Glue All bottle, but it's actually a little bit of Elmer's Glue All and tacky glue. And then I just add this one on top like that. And basically that one's done as well. And I'm just going to ink it a little bit as well. Sometimes the edges don't match up quite right, so it's nice to just, the ink covers a lot of little issues. And you don't have to use, this color if you'd rather have, a pink on here, or black, or whatever color you want to use is fine. And so there's the back, there's the front, and if you put that on your journal, then this one comes on from the side. So just like that. Okay, So let's try another one. This one I'm going to have it, put it on the back, but when I put it on the back, I'm going to leave the paper clip up at the top a little bit, sticking out. And I'll just show you why in a minute. So I'll put that one on top like that. Just like that. Again, I'll just ink the back. So these images are all from just different kits of Bible Journal Love on Etsy. I combined a whole bunch of different kits, whatever I thought looked nice together. This little sheep is from a Sweet Sheep kit. I'm not even sure what this background is from. Be Still and Know That I Am God. I'm not even sure what kit that one's from. This one I think is Victorian Christmas kit. So just different kits. Just mix and match whatever looks good to you. And I shrunk them all to around 2 inches. Sometimes they were a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter. So now what I would do is, because I have that loop up there, I can add a charm onto that one. And then the charm, when you put it on the page, it can go on the page behind, or it can go on the page in front. So I'll just show you the charms at the end after I make a few more of those, but that's what's going to happen with that one. So let me just grab another paper clip, and let me do this little girl here. This was from the Knowing God kit, and I actually added a trust and a heart, and I can't remember what kit those ones were from, but I really like that girl. I think she's really cute. Let me just see, actually. Is one of these longer than... I could possibly do that one. Or I could do... I was going to do this one sideways, and you could. But let me see. If I did it this way... I think I may do it that way. And then I'll just show you something else that you can do. So, put a little bit of glue on there again. These are so super quick and easy. So, now this one, actually there's a little bit of the paper clip at the top and at the bottom. So what you can do is you can put a charm at the bottom. So that can just go on a page or a pocket like that. And then you could also put something at the top if you wanted, even like a ribbon or something. So we'll decorate them afterwards, and I'll show you some options with that. This one is a tab, and I wanted to do that one at the top. I don't want, or at the side, it doesn't matter. But I don't want it to go sideways on the page. I don't want to slide on to the page this way, because then you're not going to be able to see the tab part. I want it to either be like that or like this. So I'm using a shorter paper clip for this one, because I didn't want my tab to be gigantic. This already actually is a bigger tab than I probably would normally use, but that's all right. There. And then that one can go on the page either this way or on the side like that. And you can move it around obviously in the journal because it's got a paper clip on the back. So I don't think you need to watch me do all of these, so I'm just going to finish these up and then I'll be back and I'll show you how to put them on the journals and how to decorate them up, and so I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the pile of paper clips that I made, and I'm just going to show you what I did with each of them. So I just have a piece of coffee dyed cardstock here that I'll show them on. This one is just a regular paper clip that comes from the side, so that one will go on this side of your journal page. This one is a sideways one that goes the other way, and I put a little dangle on here. The paper clip was sticking out here. I put a jump ring, a little bulb clip, and then I made a little dangle here, and that one will just go on that side and hang off the edge of the journal like that, which looks pretty. This one I hung off the paper clip on the top and the bottom, so I put just tied a little ribbon up there and put a little bling on there and hung a charm off this one as well that I just made a little bead dangle there. Okay. So that one actually goes on like that, and then the dangle is on the other side of the page, so you can enjoy this one on both sides. This one has a dangle coming off the top, which is very simple. I put on a little butterfly for some dimension there, so that one just goes on the top as well. The dangle can go on the back or on the front on that one. Here's one. This one I just did a different kind of paper clip. I just had some different kinds of paper clips, so I did that one and put a little dangle with a Bible charm on it. So that one will just go at the top as well, like that. This one is just a plain one, no dangles. I added a little bit of rose trim there, and that one just goes on the top. That's stuck a little bit there. So that one just goes on the top, and these can also go on a pocket. So if you had like a pocket on your journal like this, then you can put it on the top of your pocket. So just, I got a little bit of glue at the bottom there, but your pocket would be here, and then it would go on your pocket like that. So that's really cool. And then if you had a if you wanted to put your paper clips wherever you want to put them, you can like put little tags or different things, journal cards, whatever, and they'll stay in your journal like that. So they're very functional as well. I showed you that one. This one is just a tab, so this one can go at the top like that. Actually, I would leave it up here like this, because then it would stick out of your journal. And you can also do it on the side like that. And that one I just used a small paper clip because it wasn't that long. This is just a plain one. I put a different kind of paper clip on that one, just a kind of a fancy paper clip. God gives you rest. This one goes on the side as well, and it's got a dangle and a little ribbon on the side, so that will just dangle off the side of your journal like that, so that'll look cute. Here's our 10 Commandments ones. This one is just plain, and this one I put a little dangle on. So it just looks like that. Here's one of the girls from the Knowing God kit, so she can just go there or go in a pocket, whatever. Here's one that says have faith. This one I used a different kind of paper clip as well. It's a little square black paper clip, which is kind of neat, and I just added a little bit of cheesecloth and a flower and a little gem there just for some interest. And here's a little cup with blessing on it, and this one has a blue paper clip, and that goes there, and there's a little bit of lace up there that will just stick out of the top. So yeah, so they're very, very quick and easy, as you saw, to make. I hope you make some. I'll show you, I actually did show the dangles in another video. I'll see if I can find it and link that below, because they're very easy to make as well. I was going to show you again in this video, but I think it's getting too long, so I'll do that in a different video. And yeah, hopefully you make some and use just whatever images that you have. All of Robin's images go well together like this, and they look just so pretty. So have lots of fun and make some jewelry for your journals. Thanks.